Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestling Gab. It is Monday. It means it's time for Monday Night Raw. We're halfway late, so sorry about that.
More than halfway. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. We had a power outage. Happened about 3 o'clock our time, and it just barely came on. It stayed on about the last 10 minutes.
It came on, and then it turned back off, so. But that was, we would only been on like 3 minutes earlier, so. It was only on for about 3 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I'm trying to figure out.
Or something like that. Something like that.
Shim.
Yep, right. All right.
Hey, it looks like Luke's in here. About time. Sheesh. We got sheezed. Oh, Riddle going one-on-one with Otis. Uh-oh.
Ooh. So we did get to see kind of the last part of
the scooter
Otis
race.
and Riddle and Chad.
Oh, look at that. Riddle's going to go to the qualifying match for the Chamber. On Instagram, it said Brock's in it.
Is he?
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of a weird thing, right? That he's in it?
Yeah, I think he's in it and Austin Theory's in it.
All right.
But I don't,
we do have Ale out there.
Maybe Seth. I was thinking Kevin would be in it.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know.
We have people. We have people.
Awesome.
All right, we have
Party
Ayla
people
out there and Luke and Ravi. Hey, guys. We also have Heidi from Staten Island. Hello. And Commander Martha is in the chat.
Hey, thanks for joining us, guys.
People earlier.
Got this old-ass thumbnail up there that still has Keith Lee on it. Like I said, I just had to hurry and get on. Without the internet, life is hard. I guess I could have used my phone as like some sort of a network or something. I think they do that, don't they?
Yeah.
You can get online.
Something like that, I guess.
With your computer and stuff. I still wouldn't have been able to watch the show, though. I guess I could have watched it through Dish. But I don't know how much data would work, like, on the phone.
Right. Yeah, I have no idea. Brian Salas is in the chat. Says, yeah, Bob Benny was in the Royal Rumble.
He was, wasn't he?
He was there.
He did a pretty good job, too.
Yep.
He might be the greatest celebrity wrestler of all time. Although he's never had the world championship like David Arquette. David Arquette's a world champion.
Right? Wow, Otis took it to him real fast here in this first part. He's just
big right hand.
Poop out of him with his ham hands. Ham hands. Ham hands.
Old ham hand.
Ham hands. Ham hands. Hamity ham hands.
What you looking for?
I was just seeing.
All right, Riddle into the... Oh, shit. Big elbow.
Earlier in the night.
Oh, shit. That was like a Judas effect right there by Otis. A spinning elbow. I'm the tree trunk, he just yells. I'm the tree trunk.
He's a tree trunk? Janelle Jackson's in the chat.
Hey,
Janelle says, hey, guys, I got a trash stone in me at the Royal Rumble for Ronda Rousey was going to win.
Right.
Nice, yeah. Walter says, okay, I'll be here on Wednesday for AEW.
Sorry, Walt.
Bye. Bye, Walter. Thanks for coming in for a second and saying hi, though. Zayla said, hey, it looks like about time. Travis says, big up to you, Travis. No need to apologize. It looks like I'm happy you got power. Too cold for no power. Commander says, finally about time here. Be glad it's not Friday, guys.
Yeah, if it was Friday, it would be over.
Right? It looks like, so in case you didn't know, Brock, Seth, and Lashley are in the Chamber match as well as...
Theory?
As Theory. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was looking.
Kale
I saw it on
lost his
Instagram.
qualification match to Austin Theory.
Oh, shit.
So did that happen earlier?
Oh, God.
Because when we don't have power, we don't have news. So we have no idea.
Well, I'd get on Instagram and kind of just flip, and they had some stuff, but...
Yeah, Robbie's like, Austin Theory is good, just his gimmick sucks. Brian Sal says, sorry, I haven't come in a while. School stuff, that's why. It's all right. Ryan, we totally understand. Sorry we were late coming on tonight. Everybody, we
big
had a power outage. There's nothing we can do about that. Means we have nothing.
I got a couple generators. Fire him up next time.
Right? And then it comes on right away. Luke says, Luna's like, finally, now let's get this party started.
Let's get it started, right?
Golf Lashley says,
shit.
pop the Henny and gin.
I'll keep you warm.
Ayla's like, Night Walter. Luke said yes. And then the Nightmare beat Nikki A.S.H.
Oh.
So Rhea
So
Ripley,
they're really not pushing Nikki as a heel, are they? They turned her heel and she's getting beat that way too.
That's kind of weird, right?
It's kind of a weird.
She's a villain, but not a villain.
Yeah, like why are you?
Looks like Miz beat Mysterio's kid by cheating. Good for Miz. And Mysterio's kid shouldn't be allowed anyways.
Ray June.
Janelle Jackson says people saying Rousey shouldn't have won the Royal Rumble. They said she took it from the other women that have been there.
It's her MO. That's what happened last time. That's why Ruby Riot's not with the company anymore. That's why other women aren't with the company anymore. She takes the spotlight, which is fine because it helped them. They had their own what was that called? I'm trying to remember what it was called. But anyways, it was an all women's pay-per-view. And we're probably going to get another one of those now that she's back, possibly. Big clothesline. I mean, it's possible they could do another one if they wanted to with her. It looks like she's going to be around for a year, so it's not just a WrestleMania thing.
I agree with Luke, though. And they are absolutely correct that she did take it from the other women. Just like she did before and will continue to do because she's a fucking cunt.
It has nothing to do with her. It's creative.
Right? It looks like Dawkins beat Ziggler in one-on-one. Huh.
Oh.
Rousey will be on tonight.
Dawkins
Yeah,
beat
we kind of knew that Rousey would be here. She babbled about it, so.
Was Brock here?
That's a good question. Robbie says, as long as Dee and Travis, you're all good, that's all that matters.
Oh, yeah, it's fine. I mean, we live in the city, and, like, the neighbors across the street had lights.
It's always our side of the street anymore, and it's getting annoying. It's happened multiple times over the last year. I would say probably 6 times. It's getting old, and I'm about ready to make
it did it when we were going to do a prediction show one time. Remember that?
When we were doing what?
A prediction show. We were about to do a prediction show.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And it did. It was like, Sav, Mod, Guilt, Robbie. And Robbie says, nah, I live blood. I'm all good. Tootsie, the New Yorker's in the chat, says, just trying to stay warm in my Flatbush apartment. Yeah, because you're in New York. How cold is it there? You got like 15 feet of snow. Ayla's like, good. And Robbie says, Travis, your hoodie color is sick.
Sick, right? It's like my old one that I don't even notice. It's like it doesn't even have the right design.
Yeah, it doesn't have our actual this is our actual one now, and that was the one we started out with. We like played around with them a couple times.
Just
our logo
a
to
little
see what
generic
they look like.
thing.
Looks like yes, he came out in his gear to challenge Lashley, who ran but was added to the chamber after saying he's facing Reigns at WrestleMania. Oh my
it's
God.
like he missed,
is he okay?
But he landed on his knee. Riddle going to be in that elimination chamber. Here it goes. RKO out of nowhere.
Oh, he couldn't get it because he did. Oh, I gave him a good big fat elbow, though. And then he's flipping on him. Landing on him.
Oh, he's got him. 2, 3. He won it. Riddle's in the chamber match.
Well, there you go. Riddle is in the chamber. It looks like my friend Sam lost power too. She said her whole neighborhood next to OK Ward Park. Robbie's like, I like the color.
Oh, she's...
Sam's just over on Cottage, or...
I thought they sold that place. Did they never end up selling it?
Did they move just a little bit away from where they were on Cottage? Didn't they have like a little house on Cottage? Their house is too small, that's why, huh?
Little house on Cottage.
Little house on Cottage?
Their
little cottage on Cottage? Literally. Cottage on Cottage. Ravi's like, I like the color. With an O-U-R. Color. Oh, so how was the rest of everybody's weekend? After a long night on Saturday. Some of you were up until midnight watching that pay-per-view.
It was a good show.
Some of you were up until 5 o'clock in the morning, Robbie. It was like
For
they
some.
sold
I mean, it was pretty predictable.
and lived next to OK Ward.
Okay.
Okay, so they...
Are they on that one strip, the newer houses?
Yeah, are they on that side or are they on the other side where the old houses are? What? Oh, her fuzzy. I was like, I was up till 5 a.m. Exactly. Looks like Bliss's shrink pulled out a fake Lily doll and Bliss got real cheesy but evil smirk. Interesting.
She's like slowly getting better, I think. I think that's where they're headed with it, right? They're going to get rid of this character and turn her back into the goddess, but she has to have counseling on the way to set it back up for later in case they ever want to go back to this.
Right.
So AJ and Rey Mysterio coming up.
She's like Golem and Smeagol.
See, they're keeping Bianca on TV. She's on TV every week. And the only other girl that's on TV every single week is Liv. It's Liv and Esther.
Yeah. Old Esther.
But she don't look like she's in... Is that ring gear? Is that what she wears?
Yeah, she wears that. That's exactly what she wears. It says runny noses and sore throats for me. Ew.
Everybody else in the country is that way, so...
Mitzi says, good thing I live in Louisiana. It's never cold here.
Not really, is it?
Never? Oh, God. Why did she cry?
That was probably him.
It's okay, buddy. Robbie says, yeah, weekend was cool. Hooked up with some veterans, had dinner, and went to a stand-up comedy show at the local theater. Oh, that's way cool. Good deal, Robbie. Yeah, I forgot you were hooking up with some friends. Luke says, I'm wondering if they took out that patent on the goddess trademark to swerve people into thinking she will go back to the goddess, but won't.
Oh, Mel is money.
Robbie's like, Esta fraud. Ayla's like,
and that's true, Luke. It could definitely be that way.
Yeah.
Maybe her contract's coming up here pretty soon, and they're going to dump her, and they want the goddess. So when she goes to AEW, it won't be the goddess. Just kidding. That's everybody. She's going to be in AEW.
Right.
That's what they need to do, get Carmella at AEW.
AEW.
Take Britt Baker's title from her.
Get rid of Corey Graves, too. It was like, they live on a street off of West Quinn towards you guys. Older homes. I think her house was built in the 70s. If you look out her door, you can see the entrance to OK Ward, but way down the road. Okay, so she faces Ward Park, so she's on Quinn. All right, it was like, hope that made sense. Totally.
Yep.
It made complete sense. Robbie's like, saw a big British comedian called Jack D. Like, is his name Jack D, or are you saying you saw a comedian called Jack, comma, D?
Jack Daniels, or just Jack?
This is next. Blue Lips against,
She needs oxygen.
what is she fucking wearing there?
Carmella, her lingerie.
She's wearing her leopard skin. Leopard skin girl. Blue Lips and leopard skin girl.
So there's 3 weeks left until that pay-per-view, and they're already putting the whole teams together already. I think you just kind of play it out.
Like, we have to make sure that everybody knows what's happening because it's going to Saudi Arabia. By the way, they did release the time, everybody, for that pay-per-view in Saudi Arabia on February 19th, which is a Saturday.
Noon Eastern.
It is going to be at noon Eastern time. Noon
Facts.
Eastern.
And I don't know if that means the pre-show starting at that time or if what, because Peacock doesn't do like two. They don't separate it. They just start it as the pre-show and just go through.
It's probably starting at that time because could you imagine doing a pre-show an hour before that? It'd be weird. Robbie says Jack D is his name. He's so funny. I'm sure he is.
No, that's not his name.
What's not his name?
I want to say Tyson Theory, or it's
Austin
Theory.
Austin Theory. Luke says, and it was reported that Liv has actually been competing with an injured rib, but was apparently told by WWE if she takes time off, she could lose her TV time and all that. It's been reported by a few different people and groups. But has it been reported by WWE, any of its doctors, or her herself?
Bobby, Brock, Austin,
The
and
question
Seth.
remains unanswered, I'm sure.
And we're going to get AJ later, and that'll give us 5, so we still need 1 more.
In the Elimination Chamber? Is there 6?
Yeah, there's 6 guys.
Oh.
The 2 start, and then there's 4 chambers.
You forgot Riddle.
Oh, never mind. Riddle.
So, Luke, did you ever get pictures of that fight of Liv and Brie Bella? Because it's not surprising that Brie would cause
I was kind of
problems.
looking at that, because I know the Bellas were in the back taking pictures with people. Because they had some with Natalya, and they had some with their baby, because they had their baby, Birdie.
Uh-huh.
And stuff. They're on Instagram, but I haven't looked through them all.
Well, they're not going to have it. Looks like the only thing WWE's official site said is Liv has a minor injury. Ayla says Northern Lights is where she's at. Yeah.
I know where that is.
Yeah. It's just a road right off point.
It's the one that goes through to Kinghorn.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Might even go further. Might be a cul-de-sac at the end.
Robbie's like, LOL, Brie and Morgan spice beef. And Janelle says, I have this feeling that Ronda Rousey's going to choose Charlotte instead of Becky.
I think they have said that on a commercial just a few minutes ago. Didn't they?
I don't know.
That she was going to be on SmackDown? I thought they just said it on that commercial.
Looks like I actually was trying to screenshot a couple pics on TMZ, but they were removed. Excuse me, sir. You're trying to tell me that you're not fast enough to do screenshots? Where's my other phone? I need to take a picture of my picture. Just kidding. It was like I had to Google map that. Did you? It's easy to not know those streets over there.
Johnny Knoxville.
Officer Clark from Liberty City says, and
Hey,
I am
Clark.
shoveling snow and getting the snow off my cab cruiser right next to my house. Yeah, because you guys are getting all kinds of snow. Luke says, Bobby, Brock, Seth, Austin Theory, Riddle are in the chamber, plus whoever wins the AJ Mysterio's match.
Well, they put Mysterio in it just for the fact that he's going to be on the game. It comes out like 2 weeks after that.
Mm-hmm.
Or will Dominik interfere or something?
No, well, he might be. He might, I guess, from losing to whoever, Miz. But that wasn't for
I mean, I guess it depends on how Dominik lost. Did Rey make Dominik lose? Well, he said that Miz cheated, but how did he cheat?
Yeah, how did he cheat? That's a good question. Did they even start the match yet?
Yeah, the bell rang. She had to get her mask on. Oh, God, it's black.
Tell her, Saxton.
Or gray. I think it's black.
She's like, get in the ring! I didn't think the bell rang. If the bell has rung, why isn't she counting?
Did you hear Graves? This is where Twitter, quote, says I'm simping.
That's funny.
We're all just waiting for you to get in the ring, Mela.
See, she hadn't rung the bell yet.
Well, I thought she did.
Well, I was like, if
Maybe
she
they
rang the
did.
bell, why isn't she counting her out?
All right.
Looks like, no, Miz acted like Rey tripped him when he didn't, then won by taking advantage of the ref yelling at Rey.
So it did have something to do with Rey.
So Rey was involved.
So
So
Rey-
Dominik's going to get all mad.
So if you were the wrestler, would you think that it was Rey's fault without looking at tape? Because that's what WWE always does. Like, these guys don't ever go back and look at the matches. Like, one of the guys will super kick at their opponent, but then miss and hit their own guy. And then they break up a whole tag team over it. Like, they can't just watch the film and see that they screwed up. Like, oh, it wasn't a big deal. They're like, you son of a bitch. I don't watch tape. It's funny.
That's funny. Jacob has jeans in the chat. Hey,
Hey,
Jacob,
Jacob.
says, hey, homies, hello.
Smack her in the butt with it. That would be funnier.
Look how panicked she was. Janelle says, at the Royal Rumble, this nice lady defended me.
Oh, shit. She smacked her off her feet.
Nice. saying he's entitled to his opinion, who he wants to win the Royal Rumble, and being a guy that was trashing me walked away. Cool. Well, I'm glad somebody stood up for you, buddy. Looks like no, it was clearly evident Dominik saw what happened.
Oh.
Ooh.
All right, so there's no drama there.
So
I
he's
figured
like, how dare you?
My thing is
tell my
they've
dad
got to
to
start the
do?"
drama at some point, so they can have their match at WrestleMania.
That, and so that either Dominik goes away or
That's my
Rey goes away.
that's my
or-
dream is they have their match at WrestleMania and then Dominik just fades into the sunset. We never almost like Mason T-Bar. Aren't they still on the roster?
Yeah, I haven't seen him for a while though.
Right?
He disappeared.
Like just fade away.
Jacob G says, "Janelle, did you go to Rumble?"
He did.
That's what he says. He said he did.
That's what the man said. The man said. The man said. Remember the old Bugs Bunny cartoons?
Mm-hmm.
Stomping on him. Carmella getting busy.
Luke says the only one who apparently didn't see what happened was the dumbest ref. Was it Ref Jessica? She's kind of stupid. Jacob says, I almost got to go.
Hey,
Yeah, I
did
almost
you guys
got to
see?
go too, but I forgot to buy tickets.
If you go to Colorado, I think it's on the 19th or something. Liv Morgan's going to be there signing autographs.
There you go, you guys better go.
It's going to be in.
Hurry, Luke, you better get a trip over back to the United States.
It's where my sister used to live. I can't remember the name of the damn place. I'm
Continue
pretty sure
on.
there was a shooting there. The school shooting, the big one.
In Colorado?
Yeah, what's that city called? It's Denver, but it's one of their outskirts.
I don't remember.
Littleton. Something like that. Little Valley, Littleton. I think it's
Right.
Littleton.
Luke needs to hurry up and come back and then he can finish his west trip that he got screwed out of on the west coast here.
West Side.
Mr. Vicky is in the chat. Hey, Mr. Vicky says hello, Rhonda haters, and hello, Travis.
Hi.
Hello,
There is no-
Mr. Vicky.
Everybody hates Rhonda.
Rhonda's a cow. Looks like no, it was some guy I didn't recognize. And Robbie says, come on, Mela, just end this fraud, Bianca. Pfft, Robbie, that's hilarious. The only way she's going to win it if she, cheats somehow.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Well, it looks like Rousey deserves the hate, LOL. Robbie's like, Rhonda is a mug. And Jacob says, totally, I will get you guys plane tickets. You're a funny man.
What is her name? There it is. I can't ever remember her name. It's like Gigi something. Gianna Daddario or something.
Oh, Liv?
Yeah, it's right there. February 7th. Littleton,
Colorado.
Yeah. Unit 129. Anyways. So, Littleton, Colorado, February 7th from 10 a.m. until 12 p.m. Mountain Time. So, that's the time zone you'd be in if you were there. So, she is going to be putting her John Hancock on things.
I don't think she'll sign your dicks, though, so that's probably a no. Oh, Belair's finally taking advantage of the fact that Carmella is
You don't
who
know
she
what
is.
she'll do. She could sign your penis, and then you could go get it tattooed. So the signature's there forever. Everybody's got a price. Ask Ted DiBiase. Here it is. It's over. Carmella definitely not getting pushed.
No, but she went for a longer period of time than they normally do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she didn't just get beat, which was
Yeah,
kind of
it's
nice
like,
for a change.
Hey, we have a famous woman in our ranks. Let's have the women's matches drag out a little bit longer. There for a minute, up until Ronda came, the matches were like, they had 2 of them, but they were a grand total of 4 minutes.
That's not true. Rhonda didn't do that.
She just
She
came
did
back
nothing.
yesterday or whatever, and now that match was 7 minutes long.
Looks like if things are decent, I'll be coming back in April for Planet Comic Con in KC and to finish our trip. What do you mean by if things are decent?
Oh, here, earlier tonight. The blister. Lily.
It's her journey back to Rob next. Oh, weird.
What does that even mean? She's coming back next, or we're just going to show her in counseling? Hey, that's Shaun White. Is he getting ready for the Olympics? Is he going to be in the Olympics again?
I don't know. Maybe. Isn't he always in the Olympics?
Well, if he's young enough to compete, then he will be in the Olympics. He's like the greatest ever.
Oh my god. He literally snowboarded himself back to dinosaur age.
Jurassic Park.
That's ridiculous. Well, Luke, from all the rumors I've heard, most of the countries are saying that they're going to be making some big decisions around February time.
Yeah,
about
tomorrow.
Opening up and telling that there's no such thing as fucking mandates
like
anymore.
Ireland.
Live your fucking lives.
I'm pretty sure Ireland lifted theirs, and I think France lifted theirs, but there was one other country over there, and I'm pretty sure England's even lifted all their restrictions, most of their restrictions. But the United States they're doing it now too. They're gonna start just pushing it. They're calling it a new normalcy, or like just normalcy, because the Dems can't win the election if they have the states locked down. So they're just they're gonna open everything back up.
Yeah, but it's not them who did it. In fact, the people who did it are the people. It's the people who said,
Right.
I'm not gonna play your games. I'm not gonna go by your little rules. I'm gonna live my life and do what I need to do to be a human. Anyways. Let's see. Jacob's like, we can do a meetup. And Jacob also says Gigi Dolan. Robbie says, yeah, people deserve to cheat to win against Belair. Mr. Vicky's like, there are just 7 people in the stream. Then how can you say that everyone hates her? In fact, people are watching Raw for only Ronda, just like me.
There are. Well, you would have watched Raw anyways.
Sure, that's totally the only reason. Well, it looks like Liv is going to be at Planet Comic Con. The main reason I'm going, rolling on the floor laughing. Ha! You could have seen her twice. Came to Littleton, Colorado. Robbie's like, Gigi Dolan is paying. Mr. Vicky's like, congratulations. I just liked thumbs up the video. Sweet. Say thank you, Travis.
Thank you.
Luke's like, Mr. Vicky, calm down. I promise you, Ronda's not why most are watching. And as Luke says, my health, and if we can fly out, it's what I mean. And Luke says, yes, Shaun is in the Olympics again.
Good. I will definitely be watching that then.
Although what he really said is Shaun us in the Oli Pucks again.
The Oli Pucks?
The Oli Pucks, huh? Well, that's pretty cool, Luke. Mr. Vicky's like, Luke, who made you the moderator? Rob is like, hoping the twat in the leather jacket don't come out tonight.
Yeah,
Looks like Travis and Duluth have made me model. Well, and Robbie's like, yeah, England has started to lift. Yeah.
Yeah, it's happening. They have to.
I can't wait until
no
Canada gets more belligerent against Trudeau. That's awesome.
Well,
all the truckers are getting pissed off, and they had a big old meetup in Ottawa. I guess they had thousands upon thousands of Canadian truckers convoy and truckers from the States even. Yeah.
But that's what has to be done to make the liberals even try to listen to the people, because they are not listening to the people.
Mr. Vicky says, you're a great mod. You know exactly how to treat your people with anger. I think that's a good way to treat people. Anger.
Alexa.
This isn't the real LA.
Oh.
Oh, he bought
for
it
$9.99. No, that'd be funny.
He's like, for $9.99. They're on sale right now. Oh my god, okay. I mean, oh, that's lovely. Looks like Liv, Michelle McCool, and Taker, Booker T, and Cora Jade are the wrestlers going to Planet Comic Con.
In Kansas City, or where is it at?
In KC. Planet Comic Con in KC, he said. Looks like Mr. Vicky, you've seen nothing yet. Ha 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 ha. It did not go your way, however.
They did, and now there's one more, isn't there? Week of the races.
What about the races?
There was 3 weeks.
Oh, the scooter races?
There was 3 weeks. This is week 2. Week 2.
Oh, it looks like Kansas City.
Riddle going up top.
Mr. Vicky is totally in love with you. Just so you know. Mr. Vicky is like, hey, listen to me, Travis. If your wife continues this behavior,
This type of
I
behavior.
am never going to come back here.
Ever.
Rob is like, that Comic-Con sounds underwhelming with those guests. Yeah, but that's just a wrestler guest, Ravi. It's different. They have other people go there too, you know. They have like whatchamacallits. What do you call those people?
Actors.
Yeah, they have actors and stuff from movies and and all that stuff supposedly.
Sheesh.
I mean, isn't the only reason why people really go to Comic-Cons and stuff like that is to dress up?
That's why I would go.
Isn't that the only reason?
And to see the girls dressed like absolute tramps.
Right.
I think that would be my 2. I would be like, I'd probably dress as like something funny. But that was still like in that genre. Because if I was going, I would make an elaborate outfit. I'd probably spend like over $1,000 on my outfit.
Yeah.
And with my creativity, I would do some pretty badass stuff. I just have to figure out what I want to.
Shit.
What?
With my creativity, I would totally do.
Well, I would.
Right. Your creativity. You're funny.
What?
He challenges him.
Oh, earlier tonight.
He was going to go at him. He wanted to. He didn't run away. He was going to take his jacket off. MVP's like, no, no, no. No, no, no.
He should have came out in cowboy boots and a cowboy hat with his wrestling shorts
I
on.
know. It would have been hilarious.
You forgetting who he is.
Do you see who was in the ring with him, though? Adam Pearce was out there.
Yeah.
I want in.
After Brock basically hospitalized him, or was Chase wanted to bully him or something, remember? And
Right.
now he's all like, it's official, Brock's in it. What are you doing?
I thought you could do something through here, but you can't.
It'd probably be over there where the dots are.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know what you're doing. AJ Styles. Is it main event time? No. There's still time. Oh, yeah. Ronda Rousey will main event it. AJ Styles. So we're going to have this match, obviously, and then the next one will be... It won't be a match, but it'll be Ronda. And we'll figure out who she's going to be wrestling. Is she going to pick Charlotte, or is she going to pick Becky?
I don't know. Let's see. Luke says there are over 100 celebs from all forms of entertainment going, LOL. It looks like several huge cosplayers are going. Kevin Conroy, voice actor for animated Batman. Jerry Lawler. Okay, isn't Jerry Lawler
The King.
part of wrestling? Why would you include him in the wrestler part, you weirdo? Kevin Sorbo. Do you know who he is?
Mm-hmm. He was like Hercules or something.
Kevin Smith. Do you know who he is?
No.
Ah, you don't know who Kevin Smith is? Jay and Silent Bob.
No.
Silent Bob.
The fat one.
Mm-hmm. That's Kevin Smith. Scarlett Johansson will also be there. Robbie's like, he was being very rude. Robbie, it's fine. Mr. Vicky has every right to their opinion. I don't care. It doesn't hurt my feel-bads. I already did it, Luke. Don't worry about it.
Scarlett Johansson?
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Yeah, Scarlett Johansson. As Luke says, he's not fat anymore. He can't be. He had a heart attack. He like almost died. And so he got really healthy and lost a whole bunch of weight. He looks so fucking weird. It's so weird seeing him because he doesn't look anything like what you would think he would look like in Jay and Silent Bob. But they actually did another Jay and Silent Bob movie not too long ago.
The only one I've ever seen is Clerks 2.
Yeah,
That's
he
it.
should be in there.
That's the only one I've ever seen. Actually, you know what? I lied. I seen the one, I think it's called Dogma.
I don't know if that one's really part of it, but I guess it could be.
Well,
I didn't know if it was part of it.
Well, they're in it. Both of those guys.
Yeah. Looks like he's not fat anymore, and I put Lawler in a different list because he's doing panels. Oh.
Panels.
And the other ones aren't? Like, what's the difference?
On the Big Bang Theory, they're like, God, we say panels a lot, don't we?
I've never been to a Comic-Con, so I wouldn't know. It was like, ooh, who got in trouble? Mr. Vicky.
I want to go
Mr. Vicky out.
Like, I mean, it would be fun going to those, but I think it'd be kind of fun going to the porn one in Salt Lake, or not Salt Lake, sorry, the Las Vegas one with all the porn stars, and they're just everywhere.
Right. Porn stars everywhere. Ew.
I don't know any anymore.
Like, how many STDs can you get just by touching them?
Yeah, they're airborne.
It's all airborne STDs. Well, let's see. Talk about the place you need to wear a mask.
No, back in the day, I knew some of the porn stars, not personally, but like I knew of them.
Uh-huh.
But
sure, sweetie.
Like their names. Greg watched porn all the time. Greg watched porn in the front room.
Sure he did. Sure it was him. Sure it was him.
Ew, who would watch porn with another dude besides Greg and his fucking roommate? What was that guy's name? I almost sounded totally racist, but it wasn't because I'm racist. That's what they called him, and I almost said it, but I didn't. But hey, let's say the word.
Ayla, you're Mexican. What do they call you guys?
No, it was literally the Mexican. That was the name. So.
Oh. Was he
but
from
if you
Mexico?
say it, yeah. Well, no, his mom might have been. He spoke better English than I did. You know, I don't even think he spoke Spanish. But he was a rodeo clown, but he called it a bullfighter. And if you called it a rodeo clown, he'd get mad at you. I'm like, dude, you're just like a fucking clown. That's why they call it a rodeo clown. It's a bullfighter. I'm like, a bullfighter has a cape and a fucking sword. You, on the other hand, do not.
A bullfighter's from Spain, you moron. Not from Mexico.
No, he's not from Mexico. He's from Idaho.
He's Mexican. His family's from Mexico.
Well, his descendants.
He's a first-generation American. It's United States American.
He actually lives up there by Ayla's parents-in-laws.
Oh, that's really sweet of you, Fraz Hussein. You're Vicky. Oh, hello.
Hi.
Oh, we're reported to who? Who did you report us to?
We just got reported.
Did you report us to Allah? Icky sticky Vicky. Icky Vicky.
Alpha Academy. Look at this. Next week on Sci-Fi, guys. Round 3. It's going to be on Sci-Fi next week. Don't forget that.
There was a song. It was on a cartoon. And it was Johnny Neutron? No, not that one. What's the one with the fairies?
Are you talking about gays?
No, it was a cartoon on Nickelodeon. No, maybe not Nickelodeon. Maybe, what's the other one?
Cartoon Network?
Nickelodeon. Pretty sure it was Nickelodeon. The Fairly Odd Parents and his babysitter or sister or whatever was Vicky. Icky Vicky. And they had like a song about Icky Vicky. I can't remember, but that's pretty.
Is it where he traveled in time?
You could. I mean, he could.
He had like a spaceship.
No, he
and
didn't
his
have
sister always got mad at him and told on him.
No, No. He didn't have any siblings. He just had a babysitter named Vicky. She was mean. No, he had fairy godparents. And he got to do everything he wanted to do. His name was Timmy.
Yeah, I kind of remember that show.
Let's see. Vindicator's in the chat, though. Hey,
Vin. Thanks for joining us.
How's it going? And says, let's see. I missed his first one. Here. Says, so I think my return on Saturday jinxed the wrestling gap and reduced them to only an hour show tonight. I'm sorry, guys. No, only if you came into our neighborhood somehow and ran into a tree that took out the power for hours.
Yeah, or whatever happened.
For we had 4 hours.
We had an hour and a half of 30-mile-an-hour constant wind. I was like, oh my gosh. And then all of a sudden it went dark. I was like, you bastard.
Rob is like AJ Styles rolling tonight. It looks like panels are where the celebs gets on a stage and does Q&A and stuff with the crowd. Oh, okay. And Luke says and the Purin Awards are in Vegas. What are the? Oh, the porn awards are in Vegas.
Yeah, no, I knew that one.
Oh, looks like I had to censor porn. It was like, isn't that what you guys do? Watch porn together and size each other? No. Looks like reported for what? You were timed out for rudeness. That's fully allowed per YouTube. TOS, LOL. Oh, that's like stupid channel. Oh, how sweet. It was like, report away, Icky Vicky. It was like, why are you here? You came in a while ago too. Then you followed them on Instagram. Make up your mind. Why did you come?
Ooh, this tests his strength. AJ Styles isn't that AJ Styles isn't that much bigger than Rey. It's actually a pretty good little matchup, isn't it?
Yeah. Vindicator's like, oh yeah, the lowly Bengals are in the Super Bowl. How do you feel about that, Travis? Awesome.
So
Luke is probably very sad.
No, listen to this.
Sorry,
I assume they won, right? Because they're the better team. So I just assume they had won. And this morning at 5 o'clock, because I didn't watch either game yesterday, and I forgot to even look at the scores. So this morning, my dog had a seizure about 5:15 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And so I woke up, and I took him outside, and then I took the other dog outside because he's crippled, and I walked him around and stuff. I came back in, I got back in bed, and I wasn't really that tired, you know, because my alarm had already went off at 5. And so I was like, I wonder who they're playing. Are they playing the 49ers? And so I was going to text Tony, my cousin, because he's a huge Chiefs fan. And I'm glad I didn't. Because I was going to be like, so who are the Chiefs playing in the Super Bowl? And he would have been pissed because he would have thought I was lying, you know,
right?
That I didn't know. So, but anyways, I'm glad I didn't. So then I just kind of Googled it. And it was a close game. I figure if you're going to beat the Chiefs, you're going to blow them out.
Right.
But by beating them by a field goal, that's nuts. So the Bengals must be really good, or at least really good in big games or something. I don't know who their quarterback is. I don't know if they have a running game. I don't know how good their defense is. I know nothing about the Bengals. I haven't seen the Bengals play football in 8 years. Easy.
Right.
But I love to see a team that hasn't been in there. And the Rams and the Bengals have never won a Super Bowl. So whoever wins is the first Super Bowl they've ever won in their franchise history. So that's kind of exciting.
That's pretty cool. Anyways, we do have a match going on. AJ Styles and Rey Mysterio, which supposedly is going quite well.
Yeah, this is a qualifying match for the Elimination Chamber in Saudi Arabia, in Jeddah.
Robbie says, do I think your mate, the twat in the leather jacket, is only going to SmackDown? I have no idea, and I don't care.
Yeah, I think so, too. I think you're right. I think she's going to be on there playing with Flair.
Vindicator's like, get him, Malin. Yaz or Mr. Vicky or Icky Vicky says, just wait for your channel to get blocked, laughing. Ooh, so scared. So scared right now. It was like, Icky Vicky, ooh, ooh, Icky Vicky. Fazaz's like, shut your trap, delete the knob. Oh my gosh, really?
Oh, God.
You are so adorable.
You're just a demon.
Oh my gosh, you are so adorable.
You talking
just
about the
adorable.
dog?
No, I'm talking about Icky Vicky on here.
Look at this dog.
Yeah, that's a Belgian Malinois, by the way.
He's got it muzzled.
It was like, hey, well, wait, Icky Vicky. He was like, are y'all scared of a 12-year-old boy named Vicky? I'm terrified. As Luke says, actually, Mr. Vicky, your behavior is very reportable, LOL. I was like, ha ha ha, go to hell, guys, and just wait what happens to your videos next. I know, they're amazing, aren't they? They're amazing. It looks like we're waiting. It looks like the Chiefs lost that game all on their own. The Bengals deserved the win.
Good deal. Like I said, I didn't watch any football yet. I kind of forgot it was on, to be honest. So I will watch the Super Bowl, though. I got that in my phone.
As Faz Hussein or Vicky says, bye, devil emoji. I'm not interested in this stupid channel anymore. I'm sorry. Is it because we're not playing along with your negativity? Oh, and we don't like... Oh, I don't like Ronda Rousey. So bad. I'm sorry. She'll just have to find something else to do with your life right now. Looks like I won't ban unless Luther gives me the go ahead. It looks like Joe Burrow, the Bengals quarterback, is actually phenomenal.
Good. I'm glad that they have an offense. I mean, Boomer Esiason was sick in the 80s and 90s. Mm-hmm. Like, he was a top quarterback in the NFL. And it's good to see them back on top with a top quarterback.
Right. It was like, oh, Vicky, can we say one thing? It's your super total yuckiness that makes us want to sing. Vicky, Icky, Vicky. I knew that song.
I'm trying to remember the Chiefs quarterbacks in the 80s. I know they had one.
A really good one. Luke, you're up.
Well, no, you don't have to tell me. I'm trying to remember it. I mean, obviously they traded for Joe Montana but I'm talking about when they had like Christian Okoye, like 86, 87, 88, 89, 90. But maybe they didn't have a top quarterback.
Robbie's like, I think Charlotte will kick Ronda's ass.
What was Dave Craig? Dave Craig was Seattle, right?
I don't know, sweetie. I'm sorry. I don't know anything about anything in football. I may know some things, like names and stuff here and there, but I don't know very much. I don't know, Ravi. I mean, in all reality, if it was a real wrestling match, I would say, yeah, Charlotte will definitely kick Ronda's ass. But because they really like to push
Charlotte's
Ronda
losing the
Rousey.
title. If that's what the question is, then Charlotte's losing the title. I don't see her hanging on to it that long because she never does anyways. But she's going to hold it till then, until Mania. Mm-hmm. But Rousey's a little bit more popular, and it'll work if they do it right. She's obviously an uber heel, though, and for them both to be heels, it's going to be weird. But they're adding another heel to SmackDown. It's like they don't have any baby faces. You might want to start there. Sasha's the only baby face. I guess they could take the title off Charlotte and put it on Sasha. But I don't think that's as big as draw. Like, people aren't going to tune in. They don't know who Sasha is unless they watch wrestling.
Right.
Although she is in that show, The Metachlorian or something.
True. Looks like Steve DeBerg.
Steve DeBerg! That was it.
Then Montana.
Yeah.
Then Trent Green.
Yeah.
Then a bunch of worthless idiots.
Yeah, Trent Green.
Alex Smith.
Yeah, Trent Green wasn't that great
then
either.
Mahomes.
Yeah.
Vindicator says what's funny is the Chiefs defeated the Niners in the Super Bowl in 2020, so that would have been a fun rematch. But oh well, I will just watch the bowl for the commercials. You know, they're not as good as they used to be, so I don't even like to watch it for that.
Yeah, last year it was real. They were really political, and it was just kind of dumb.
Fucking rejected and dumb and stupid. They weren't even funny. Ugh. And the halftime show was even stupider. It was like, why are we
I'm
watching
really
this
worried about this halftime show, but at the same time, some of the
I just
people are
want
from
them
my
to throw
childhood.
their dicks out there and their boobs and have boobs and dicks.
No,
and
I don't want to
everything
see
out
Mary
there.
J. Blige's boobs.
I didn't say her.
well, she's the
it
only
could be
girl.
good-looking backup singers. Throw their boobs out there.
But,
anyways, Vindicator's like, this Raw after a big pay-per-view has been god-awful, by the way.
yeah, it started out with a bang, it sounds like, with Brock and Bobby, but they didn't even wrestle, so. Phenomenal. Rey misses it. Or didn't even wasn't there. Nobody was home.
Nobody was home.
Rolls him up.
Bobby says Charlotte needs to give her the big boot like test. like est. Like the EST. Vindicator says this after. Oh, I read that one. Robbie says, I just want Rhonda Clark to get Brooke up. And Luke says Trent Green was the quarterback who led our powerhouse offense in the 90s. He was good.
He's all right.
Robbie says, Vin, it has been a slow
But they
burn.
didn't have a defense, and so they weren't fantastic in the 90s. They weren't. It's not like I'm like saying something that's not true. The Chiefs have kind of always been like a 8-8, 10-6 type team.
Right.
Until lately. Now they're a dominant football team in the league over the last like 4 years or so.
Or it's like Mary J. Blige has been the same age for 10 years. Well, it seems.
Oh, Ray held on.
Oh. Oh.
Uh-oh, 619.
Is he gonna get it? Robbie's like, Travis knows Test.
I know who Test is. He died. Big Test.
He died? With a big boot to his face?
No, he died from drugs, I think.
It was
Oh,
guess
nobody
what
was
I'm
home.
rewatching?
The Lord of the Rings.
Pulp Fiction.
The Super Bowl.
Luke's like, actually, the defense was great until Derek Thomas passed.
Yeah, he just
and
died.
Neil Smith went to the Broncos.
Yeah, I remember that. Derek Thomas was probably the best linebacker in the league for at least 3 years.
It was like, Fargo just finished season 2, on to season 3. Love it. It is a good series. Robbie says Charlotte does the big boot-like test. Oh, she boots him in the face.
Like Sheamus. Oh, shit!
It's a weird.
What is race? Race. Jesus Christ. Ray gonna do here?
What's this race gonna do? Can we call him the Mexican?
He is a Mexican superstar.
There you go.
But from San Diego.
Oh, from San Diego.
But he does speak Spanish.
Is the Wells vagina?
It's over. Styles Class. He just beat Ray.
Oh, poor Ray.
That's your cover boy. It is over.
Poor Ray, boys. Poor Ray. It was like, but hey, Lord of the Rings soon. I watch every year. George won't let me watch it more than that.
I was going to try to watch The Hobbit. I haven't seen it yet. But I bought it the other day. All 3 episodes.
You mean movies?
I don't mean
Episodes.
anything except for what I said.
3 episodes.
And I've got the 3 Lord of the Rings that I've never seen. The Lord of the Rings is hard. Like, I just finished reading it, and it's hard. It's long.
Yes.
I don't know how it is.
It's
for
very
you.
descriptive.
And the movies are like 4 hours. So I'm like, hopefully I could watch them.
I think you can because it'll be actiony. It won't be like somebody talking.
I watched a movie yesterday after you left.
Oh, did you?
It was so fucking funny. I couldn't help.
What was it?
Did you look up those actors on that show?
You told me who. I looked up the show and I was like, oh yeah, it has a lot of SNL people in it.
Oh, I didn't even think about those guys. Yeah, those guys were in there too. But it had like A-listers in there. That were like all young before they were even popular.
That's funny.
That show was actually pretty funny. Although Paul Rudd like killed kids, it was, but it's like a goofy movie. Like the one kid just drowned, And then the other kid's like, hey, you didn't save my friend. So they took him for a ride in the van and just
got rid of him too.
Threw him right out of the van in the mountains.
Like,
he like rolls up the mountain.
We'll see if you survive that, bitch. Just kidding.
Everybody's just trying to sleep with everybody. It's pretty funny. Paul Rudd's character's like a pot smoking like cool guy
that kills kids.
Well, he doesn't like.
I was like, Ray, how is he still rolling? Very easily. If you keep in shape and do stuff, you can do it. It was like takes 20 plus hours to watch all of them. It was like 3 hours episodes. Love all of it. I was like, you don't want none. You don't want none.
I'm pretty sure the episodes that I have are like the extended ones that are because I got them from her brother. And they're like these weird extended ones. I'm pretty sure there's one that's 4 hours.
Luke says, I watch the extended Hobbit and Lord of the Rings trilogies once a year. Takes a full 2 days if you include all the extras, which I love. That's what the extended versions are, by the way. It's just the extra stuff, like behind the scenes things or interviews with the directors, producers, the actors, things like that. Robbie's like, Ayla, that's longer than football match, LOL. And Ayla's like, same, Luke. You know that I've only seen the Lord of the Rings movies once. Never watched the Hobbit ones.
The only one I really liked when I started watching.
I have childhood trauma.
My hardest part is that, well, they put Smeagol in the movies. He's not in the books.
What the fuck ever? The part in the book I'm reading right now, he's all over the fucking shit. Every single thing with Smeagol and Gollum. They're with Sam and what's his fuck?
Yeah, they're following.
Frodo.
He's not talking.
Oh, no, he's talking. He's right there. They fell off the little cliff. They followed him down there, and they're like, the taming of Smeagol. They're all like, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, blah, 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 blah.
Are you in the second book, then? Are you in the...
Two Towers? Yeah.
Two Towers? Okay.
Yeah. God. Yeah. It's like, oh my God. And it's still going. Like, that was one chapter, and those chapters are not short. Those chapters can be, like, 2 hours, like, 40 minutes to 2 hours long, depending on what book you're in. Mm-hmm. Because the books are actually, it's like 6 books. So the first book has 2 books, The Fellowship of the Ring. The second book, The Two Towers, has 2 books in it. And then the next one has 2 books in it.
Right. Anyways. Yeah. It's an interesting thing. I'm gonna try, but I wanted to do The Hobbit first.
Yeah. Well, I've listened to the Hobbit book and everything, so I mean I'm up for watching the movies. I won't have much to do after this month. I won't feel like a chicken with my head cut off for a while. Anyways, Ayla's like, Travis, they are movies, haha. And he's like, shut up, delete, that's so good. Robbie's like, Nikki Bella's reaction to Ronda when she came out and her music hit was classic. She could died. Was she, like, running around excited? I wasn't paying attention to the recap.
No, they all just kind of look like, oh, God.
And Vindicator's like, so the Chamber will basically be a Brock versus Bobby rematch. The others won't matter. Too bad they are not smart enough to do a simple one-on-one battle since it's so important enough for Mania, apparently. And Vindicator, it's more for show because they're going to Saudi Arabia. That's the only reason. And they love Brock over there, and a lot of people from India love him.
Shane McMahon's going to be there. Brock's going to be there.
He is just, like, interesting how popular he is with a lot of the people over in that area.
In West Asia.
Eastern Asia.
It's West Asia, yeah.
South Asia and all over in that continent. It's crazy how, like, popular Brock Lesnar is. Like, it's insane. Let's see. Sophie is in the chat. Hey, Sophie says, welcome back.
Sophie.
And Robbie says, Lord of the Rings ain't my cup of tea. Sophie says, Dee almost had a night off from this job thanks to the power. I didn't know, Sophie. Travis didn't tell me. I worked 12 hours today trying to finish up some stuff, which I finally, like, pretty much have nothing on my desk. I have, like, a couple things to finish because I'm missing information for, like, one I have to, like, figure out what they did with their payroll because it's, like, ridiculous. And other than that, I'm, like, pretty much almost done. Except for I didn't finish something for somebody, and that's probably going to be bad. Oh, well, I can work on it tomorrow. Maybe if I have to.
Who knows?
Anyways, I texted Travis because I was leaving work, and I was like, hey, finally leaving. Because he's like, are you going to be here? Are you going to be here? Like, what time do you think? I'm like, I don't know. I have no idea. So he calls me on my way there, and he's like, it's so funny. He's like, you texted, and like right after you texted, the power just came on. I was like, the power was out?
It was like 5 minutes later, but still, yeah. And then it came on, and I got all in here, and I started turning everything on, and it went back out, and I was in this room, and it's dark in here. I didn't have my phone. I had nothing. I was like, how am I going to get out of here? Because it's like a maze.
That's how I look at it. I just go, I live here now. I can put one of those cheap ones from Harbor Freight.
Yeah.
Flashlights in one of those drawers.
Magnet right here. There might be one in that drawer. There she is! Now remember, she just had a baby, so don't fat shame her. She has 2 months. She has 61 days to get in shape.
I don't really care about anything of her body. Except for she's a cow. And
a cow means she's fat.
Right? She's just a heifer. And I don't want to listen to her.
So is she going to say something about being a heel or a face?
I don't know.
Whose title do you want to take, Rhonda?
He was like, welcome back. Nor mean comments. Somebody says, what were your thoughts on the Rumble pay-per-view? There has been mixed opinions from everybody.
It was just a really
I hate Rumble
predictable show, so there wasn't a lot of excitement for me when it was so predictable.
Ayla's like, really, you should lose Maud for that because he doesn't like Lord of the Rings. Vinegar's like, Sophie, what conspiracies and statistics will you bestow upon us tonight? I'm all eyes. Robbie's like, so Brie and Morgan have real beef then? I guess, according to Luke, they like... had a fist fight and whatnot. I was like, Vin, she
go down and wrestle Mandy
during the blackout. Don't start her up. So it was like, this will be Brock's first time in the Elimination Chamber. Interesting. There's a statistical fact for you. Rob was like, Ayla, I tried to get into it, but struggled. Vindicator's like laughing. Ayla's like, Robbie, you look like a hobbit. Should be easy. Robbie's like, oh, come on, man.
That's it? That's all she had to say? The baddest big time bitch is me. Becky coming down.
I'm not listening to her dumbness.
Becky's coming down.
What is she going to say?
Oh, my Lord. Becky.
What the fuck is she wearing?
Later, husband.
I think she forgot her skirt. And she was like, well, I was going to go to a night, a 1600s ball with my outfit, but I forgot my skirt, so I can't.
She came out in her underwear.
Sophie's like, we missed you, Dion, Friday night when Travis read the chat. It was like George Bush reading a children's book. Sophie, it's not nice to make fun of people for the way that they read. I know you don't care, and I mean, I don't care. I make fun of him for it all the time too. But in all reality, you were probably that person in school that like snickered and was like, oh my God, this person's reading again because, you didn't like them reading out loud or something. It's kind of not very nice. Like, it was like he wanted me to help him out, but I'm
what is
sick
a cup of
and,
gazpacho?
No power.
A cup of gazpacho?
I have no idea. Looks like OMG, that crowd cherry was so pumped-in is the fakest thing I've ever heard. LOL. It was like Sophie. Ruin. Maybe here's like, Delitha should take a spawn break when Miss Rowdy Pouty comes strutting to the squared circle. The crowd cheer. Sorry, Luke. Robbie's like, so the twat in the leather jacket does show up. I guess that's what.
This is the two highest paid women in wrestling right here.
Vindicator, right? But one of them shouldn't be. That's the problem. She's taking money and time away from somebody else who should be in that spot instead. Who? I don't know. Vindicator says, hopefully the rowdy one doesn't burn the Mania sign tonight.
She's not gonna hurt her.
Sophie says, I was in another live stream to a channel that I have never heard of before. Shows.
You'll have my
TV.
answer.
Cool. Sophie's
Friday.
like, the Mania sign was set on fire twice on Saturday night. I don't think it was set on fire. I think it started on fire. There's a difference. Like, nobody's out there. Oh my God, why is she walking like that?
That's how she walks.
Oh my fucking retarded.
Yeah, I used to call her the world-class speed walker.
She walks so stupid. Oh my goodness. Luke says, what in the hell is Becky wearing? I freaking love it. Do you?
It's like, it reminds me of this Seinfeld episode where he wears the pirate shirt.
It reminds me of those pictures from the 1600s.
Who is this?
Those people. It's
Lita. What the fuck?
So now we have Lita on here. Oh, Jesus. They're like, hey, you want to be relevant? You should come back.
Maybe this is her hometown. I don't know. But.
Oh. You
got to remember, this girl was like hot back in the day.
Welcome big time. So she has a Becky shirt on. Is that weird? I find that weird.
Well, they're both redheads. It's the thing.
Is it a thing? Is it a thing?
She's gonna get in there and do something to
Gingers, they have no souls. That's a thing.
Look, if Becky disappeared for 8 years and came back, she'd get cheered too.
Robbie says, just give Ronda the belt and save the pain of watching this fraud in the jacket wrestle in that match. So he's like, this night flew by. Too bad you missed most of because of the power outage. Yeah, well, it happens. Robbie's like, this is when big time Specs is golden. Heidi from Staten Island says, are those bowling pin socks? Just look at her socks. Possibly.
It sure looks like it, doesn't it?
Oh, her boots on the bottom. They do look kind of funky. Ayla's like, I doubt Sophie can read well to begin with. And Sophie says, was there a UFC fight on this past Saturday or something?
No.
No. That was the weekend before.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
Ravi says, Carpaccio is cold soup. Gazpacho. Who wants to eat cold soup? Sophie's like, look who's here. And Luke's like, what the fuck? Ravi's like, Ronda's such a dick. Luke's like, what the hell? We're getting Lita? I had heard Becky versus Lita was a possibility, LOL. And as Ravi says, Lita, another mug.
Lita wants to go to Saudi Arabia. Let's do it.
Sure, go. Put all your clothes
on. Of course she says
like,
no.
And a couple years ago, Becky said she wanted to face Lita. Gothlesia says, let's go, Lily. And Vindicator says, so Lita versus Becky, Rowdy versus Spawn. Nobody wants to see that. Well, I'm out, guys. Hopefully everything works out, and I'll see you guys for an explosive dynamite. Good night, you Gabby Gabsters. Bye, Vindicator. Thanks for hanging with us. As Luke says, let's book it.
Oh, it's booked. You can write it down.
Versus Becky at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. Luna's like, yeah. Robbie's like, Becky just put this mug in the Diz. Give her the man slam.
Charlotte beat Trish. She's going to beat Lita.
Oh, goody gumdrops. I was like, Becky just put Becky in the Dasama. Looks like, let's go! Let's go!
Old Ronda.
It's happening, you guys.
So now we
got a
got
whole bunch of gingers happening.
2 matches are set for the Elimination Chamber.
Is it really set, though?
Yeah, she
Becky's
just said.
like, do I really want to do this?
Well, she said yes.
How can I get out of it?
She doesn't want to get out of it. She wants to beat Lita.
She wants to beat her like the redheaded stepchild she is.
Right.
I'll show you who doesn't have a soul. As Luke says, okay, good night all. Bye, Luke! Have a good night. Thanks for coming in and hanging out for the last hour of our joyous time.
Fun little show anyways.
It was almost the fastest wrestling show we've ever done.
Right? It's like a rampage.
All right, everybody. Well, hey, once again, thanks for looking out for us and joining us up when you guys had a chance. Sorry we were late once again. Our power went out. It was out for about 4.5 hours. So we were like, oh, crap. But we weren't going to not do it if there was enough time. So, as Luke says, I was in the chat for all 3 hours. It was on for that time. Like, I couldn't
turn it off. I can't turn it off on my phone.
Oh.
So once you start, I didn't start the actual thing. I set it up.
Oh. I didn't know you could do that. That's weird.
And then, well, right when I set it up, sometimes the day before even.
Huh.
And so the chat's there the whole time.
Huh. That's really weird. Huh. Interesting. Anyways, Robbie says, I hope Lita don't win the belt now. That will be very underwhelming. She's not going to win.
It would be like Goldberg. They're not doing that.
They're not going to do that. All right, everybody, once again, thank you so much for hanging out with us once we were able to actually have a video. Have a great night. We'll see you on Wednesday.
All right. See you guys. Thanks for watching Wrestling Gab. Bye-bye.